Hi, boys and girls. We're ready for our next read aloud, and we have Miss Hoffins joining us today. Yay! But remember, in our interactive read aloud, we always are going to need either a piece of paper and a pen or marker that we're ready to stop and jot. And remember, we love interactive read alouds because, as we know, all books help us navigate different ideas, and we learn so much. And there's so many things we can do when we do a read aloud. So we're so excited to read this new book. But before we read the book, I want us to think about what's something that you really don't like doing. I want you to think about that for a minute, and it could be anything you don't like what's something you really don't like. And when you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up. And boys and girls at home, you can pause the video if you need some more think time. Okay, Miss Kim, why don't you start us off? What's something you really don't like doing?
Okay, I have to be honest. Sometimes I don't like brushing my teeth because I get lazy. But I still do it.
Okay, that's good. There's no judgment here. We're being honest. Okay. Miss Kim, want to call on somebody else?
How about Miss Hoffins?
I don't like doing the dishes at all. Like you, I do it, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that one. Not a big fan. Miss Hoffins, you want to call on somebody else?
Yes, Ms. Valencia.
Something that I don't really enjoy is ironing. I actually do a lot of ironing, but I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, ironing is rough too. Mr. Kimowich?
I don't like doing my cat's litter. I don't, but I do it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I would agree on that one too. But here in this book, that's called Harry the Dirty Dog. Can you guys make a prediction of what you think Harry doesn't like doing? And then give me a thumbs up if you have an idea. What could Harry the Dirty Dog not like doing? Miss Kim?
I think he also doesn't like brushing his teeth.
Maybe he doesn't like brushing his teeth. Any other thoughts?
Maybe taking a shower or taking a bath. A dirty dog.
He probably likes being dirty. Yeah, I would agree. Okay, I can't wait for us to start this story and see if it's true. Here we go.
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the Screen Actors Guild Foundation. I'm Betty White, and I think we're going to have a good time today. At least I know I am, because I'm going to be reading you a book, okay? I love animals, all animals, but maybe dogs in particular. So today, I'm going to be reading you a story about Harry the Dirty Dog. It's by Jean Zion, pictures by Margaret Bloy Graham. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except getting a bath. So one day when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush and buried it in the backyard. Then he ran away from home. He played where they were fixing the street, and he got very dirty. He played at the railroad and got even dirtier. He played tag with other dogs and became dirtier still. He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all.
I want to pause right there. Let's stop and draw. What do you think Harry looks like now, if he is the dirtiest of all? So I'll give you guys some time to draw, and boys and girls, you can press pause to draw your version of Harry. And when you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up and start sharing your drawings. Miss Hoppins, do you want to start us off?
Yeah. So I imagine, my drawing's very small. I imagine that Harry is all full of soot and coal. And I even drew some little lines around him because I think he probably smells too.
Ooh, that's true. We don't just look dirty, we can smell dirty too. It's a good idea. Any other thoughts? Miss Kim?
I drew similar. Just
Ooh.
yeah, a lot of
Nice.
it's probably his fur is covered in black coals, and this doesn't look very appealing.
Miss Valencia?
Oh boy, it's not very pretty, but he's just really dirty.
I'm sure
The
he's not
clouds of dust.
Yeah. Miss Akimowicz?
So I drew Harry, and I even added some flies. So maybe he has flies around him, and maybe his paws are all dirty, full of like mud.
Yeah, those are really good drawings. Remember, we're all artists and we try our best to draw a picture. Okay, let's see what he really looks like.
In fact, he changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. Although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired, hungry too. So, without stopping on the way, he ran back home. When Harry got to his house, he crawled through the fence and sat looking at the back door.
We're going to pause right here and we're going to think, let's predict. How do you think his family is going to respond? So I'm going to share the whiteboard and we can do a sentence frame. This is going to be a stop and jot. And you might want to say something like, they said, and we're adding dialogue in our story. So we're going to add quotation marks and you're going to fill it in. So teachers, you can jot this in your paper, what you think they'll say, what do you think, how do you think they're going to respond? And I'll write your responses when you guys are ready. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Miss Valencia, do you want to start us off?
I think they're going to be mad at him, and I think they said something like, "Bad dog, where have you been?"
Nice, and I love how you shared what the emotion they might be feeling too, because sometimes what characters say is dependent on how they feel about something. Any other thoughts? Miss Akimowicz?
I think they're going to be really happy to see him or excited. And they're going to say, Harry, where were you? We missed you so much. Because that's what I would say if my cat ran away and then I saw him again.
I love how you gave us some reasoning for that, because we can have different emotions depending on the situation. Any other thoughts? Miss Hoppin?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm thinking that they might not recognize him. So I'm thinking that they're going to be surprised perhaps, and they might say something like, "Who's that? Where's Harry?"
Yeah, that's true, because he's probably looking really different than when he first left home. Miss Kim?
Had the similar feeling. They'll feel surprised, but I said that they'll say, "Wow, how did you get so dirty?"
Oh.
Wow, I love how there's so many different responses and there's different ways our characters can respond and feel about this. Let's see how they really respond. And let's continue.
One of the family looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard. By the way, has anyone seen Harry?"
Oh, it looks like one of our predictions are true. Boys and girls, you can check to see if your predictions are true as well. Let's continue.
When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them he was Harry. He started to do all his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped and he flop-flipped. He rolled over and played dead. He danced and he sang. He did these tricks over and over again. But everyone shook their heads and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry." Harry gave up and walked slowly toward the gate. Suddenly he stopped.
We'll pause right here and let's do a stop and talk. And let's think first. What do you think Harry wants right now? And what decision is he going to have to make? So I'll say it again. What do you think Harry wants right now? And what decision will he have to make if he wants that? And so when you guys are ready, I'm going to go back to the whiteboard and give you a sentence frame. And boys and girls at home, you can also press pause on the video and take some time to think about what you think Harry wants right now. The sentence frame might be Harry wants blank, so he will blank. So teachers, when you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up and we can just talk about it to each other, what we think, what's going on. Ms. Humelich?
So I think Harry wants to go home. So he'll probably cry. Maybe he'll cry a little bit to go home and get people to recognize him again.
He will cry. Okay. Any other thoughts? Miss Valencia?
I was thinking the same thing, that Harry wants to go home, so he will try, he needs them to recognize him, so I think he's going to try to wash himself off somehow.
Because that's the only way that he'll be recognized, right?
Yeah.
Great. Any other thoughts?
I was thinking the same as Ms. Valencia.
Great. So you agree, Miss Kim?
Yeah, I think Harry wants them to recognize him. So he will also probably wash himself off. Yeah, take a bath.
Take a bath. Awesome. Let's see if that's what really happens. And we know that in stories, most of the time our character wants something and they're going to have to make decisions. And that tells us a lot about what the character is like. So let's pay attention to what Harry decides to do.
He ran to a corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. He found the scrubbing brush, and carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with his family following close behind. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he'd certainly never done before. "This little doggy wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Why don't you and your brother give him one?" Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mommy, Daddy, look, come quick. It's Harry, it's Harry," they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became once again a white dog with black spots. It was wonderful to be home. After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he'd hidden under his pillow.
The end. Yay. What a good story. And our last response is going to be a stop and jot. So I want you to think, what do you think is the big idea of this story? And there can be lots of big ideas we can learn from Harry and what happened in the story. So I'll give you guys some time to think, and I'll take out the whiteboard again. And you might be writing down the big idea of the story is blank. And teachers, when you're ready, you can go ahead and share your thoughts.
I'm thinking that the big idea of the story is that sometimes we do things that we don't like because in the long run, it's good for us. In the short run, sometimes.
In the long run, it is good for us. I love that idea because sometimes we don't see the big picture, right? And sometimes we just see, okay, right now I don't want to take a shower, but Harry being able to take a shower got him back his family.
Yeah, exactly.
Any other thoughts?
So I thought is a little bit similar to what Miss Hoffins was saying. I think the big idea of the story is that sometimes we need to make sacrifices if we want something.
Mm.
Can you tell us a little bit more what you mean by sacrifices?
So I know Harry doesn't like to take baths, but sometimes we have to do things that we might not want to do, and so that could be like a sacrifice. But he really wanted to go home, and he wanted to go home much more than he didn't like taking a bath.
Yeah, that's a good point. I love that idea. Any other ideas? Ms. Kim?
I feel like there sometimes when we don't do things that we need to do for basically if we're not doing what we're responsible to do, there's consequences. And so the consequence was that he couldn't come home. And so I think he realized that, that he needs to continue doing what he needs to be doing.
That's a good one too. Like when you don't like to brush your teeth, but if you didn't brush your teeth, Miss Kim, it'd be whoo.
Then, well, and also I'll have cavities and my teeth will fall off.
Yeah, exactly.
But look at, I have such a gorgeous smile with my looking teeth.
I'm so glad you brushed your teeth, Miss Kim. How about you, Miss Valencia?
I actually was thinking something very similar to what Miss Yakimowicz already said. That sometimes we just have to do things that we don't want to. We have to make that sacrifice.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that as well. And so boys and girls, we'd love to hear your thoughts about what you thought the big idea of the story is, because every book can teach us a lesson because we learn from how our characters learn. And so you can go ahead and comment below and tell us what you think. Thank you so much for joining us in our Read Aloud today. Bye.
Bye.